Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Psycho, and I've got another Walking Dead video for you all today. It's actually been a decent amount of time since I've been able to come home and record some videos for you all, but considering this is the weekend of the Season 7 premiere, you all know I have to keep you updated with some videos, and at least try and put out a decent amount over the weekend. And what my plan is to do is, I'm going to try and put out a lot of relatively brief videos for you all, that way I can cover a variety of topics, rather than just being able to post a few videos that are all a decent amount of time. I just feel like this way I can cover a variety of topics and have them in their own separate videos for you all, and to keep you guys looking forward to things as it gets closer to the Season 7 premiere. The topic of this video is going to be over the question of, will Negan chop Rick's hand off when he goes into the RV with him? I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, I thought the same thing when I watched this scene the very first time. I thought, holy shit, they're going to actually do this. And then I thought more about it and evaluated the scene, and I kind of came up with a different idea of why he probably isn't going to chop his hand off. Now, of course, these are just my thoughts and opinions, and yes, I can always be wrong, but I know a lot of you all are interested in what I have to say, so I'm going to give you guys some reasoning of why I don't think Negan is going to chop Rick's hand off. The whole goal of all of this work that Negan put into this situation is to scare the people into falling in line behind Negan and following their orders and doing what they need them to do. Like Negan states, they go in, kill one person, get the problem solved, everybody falls in line, and they know who's the boss. Just like with this situation with the Negan kill, whether they kill one or multiple people, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for him to cut Rick's hand off. My reasoning for this is that they want Rick and his group to work for Negan and get them supplies. So if they're cutting people's arms off and other things like that, when they've already killed one of their people in the group, therefore losing one extra person of work, it seems like they wouldn't want to do this because they want the maximum amount of outcome that can be given back to Negan, which would be half of their stuff. For example, let's look at this in a mathematical way. Say you have 10 things, and you have to give half of your stuff to Negan, so you give him 5. Now you cut those 10 things down to 9, and cutting that down represents one of the persons dying by Negan. That puts you down at 4.5 things being given to Negan, therefore they have lost 0.5 things already to give across their point. Now, would it make sense, once again, if they've already established their goal and what they wanted to do, to cut Rick's arm off? Of course, yes, you could say it's maximum impact, and that's definitely possible, but if Rick is their leader, he's the guy that's going to be putting in the most work and getting in some of the biggest things done. Rick is the shot caller and the leader of the gang, and he's one of the people that is always on the big missions, so he's a big part of those big actions, so cutting one of his hands off is really going to impact the outcome of what Negan and the group will receive. Instead of it just subtracting another thing and having that, I feel like it would subtract more than just one thing, because Rick is the shot caller, he's the big guy, he's at least worth 2 or 3 things. So if you have that, you have a much lesser amount than 4.5. I know a lot of people don't like math, including myself, but that was just kind of some sort of analogy, and I know it was probably bad, but it was a way that I looked at it in a mathematical perspective to add these things up. Basically what I'm saying, after Negan kills one of their people in the group, the more things he does, like chopping Rick's arm off, is just going to impact the outcome of what Negan and them will receive in the future. Of course, it might make them fall in line a little bit more, but you gotta think about this. Negan and them will receive less due to the fact that Rick can't do his part as he normally would. Now, we do have to look on the other side of things as well, and this would be the point of where in the comics it states where Negan looks at Rick and sees that his arm's missing, he decides not to pick Rick because he says, it looks like you've been through hell already and I don't think I can do that to you. Now, you could say that the outcome might be different because he doesn't view Rick as sort of a less powerful person because his hand isn't missing in this, and that is a good point as well, but personally, if Negan's full goal is to get a lot of work put in and get a lot of that shit that he wants half of, you can't cut off Rick Grimes' hand because he is the worker, he is the power worker of this great force. Now, am I saying it wouldn't be an awesome scene if it happened? Hell no, I would not oppose that situation if it were given to me. Even though a lot of people say that scene belongs only with the governor, I still think it would be an impactful scene, even with a different person like Negan, because it would still make sense with that comic book counterpart situation where he talks about him missing in the arm and not being able to kill him in the comics. That's the kind of gist of what happened in there, if I can remember correctly. But if you connect that to the TV show where he's not missing the hand, then it could impact that situation differently. So I'm not saying I would complain about that. I think that would actually be a pretty impactful scene in addition to the kill, and I would not complain about that. But realistically, looking at how they're telling the story and how they said that it would be too expensive to hide his hand in future episodes, it just seems more like that's a tease of what he's going at, but we're going to get something a little more unexpected, but also possibly satisfying. Anyways, this video turned out a lot longer than I thought it would be. Hopefully you guys got the gist of my analogy and what I was trying to get at there. I'm sorry if I explained it in a confusing way. I tried my best, but I'm trying to rush and get out a lot of videos and also spend some time with my family this weekend as I am home from college. Thank you guys so much for watching, I really appreciate it, and if you did enjoy this video and want to see more future Walking Dead videos, please make sure to like this because it really helps out an absolute ton. Thank you guys once again, and for all of my loyal viewers out there that continue to watch my content, even if I don't get to post it as much, I really do appreciate that, and it really means a lot to me. Thank you guys once again, peace out.